Hey there, weary traveler from Bizarro World. You have passed the Twilight Zone. Hopefully, it was on purpose. That place sucks. You took the spaghetti lane and hit the fork in the road.
I love it! You guys are so great!
And then you were forced to take the ride.
Ding, ding.
That might have been my fault. And then you rolled right into the most offensive church this side of the universe, the party pit. With that for you, welcome to my humble abode. And what we are doing here is we are reading part 2 of God Said, and it is called Jesus Who. It's part 2 of this book, and we're reading it because it's highly important. It's highly important to read this. So that's what we're doing. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was making love to the toilet bowl. It was terrible. Oh, I was sicker than shit. I had acid reflux. I don't know if y'all have ever had that, but I do not recommend it, and don't drink milk. Milk, it feels good for like the first 5 minutes, but then you're making love to your toilet seat. It's a thing. So I don't remember where we left off. Well, I do remember that we're on 14, but I don't remember what happened before that. Huh. I know that we're on Jesus tour right now, and he's he's in a room and he's telling his disciples what things mean. That is a thing that he is doing. So I'm waiting for a couple of people to get in here. So maybe I should share this in places, right? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm sharing this in places. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Miss Muddy's here. Haha. Don't text and drive. I'll wait for you. Well, I can't wait for you, but I'll be here, is the words. I am so tired of hearing about this Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath last concert. Did you know Dustin has a t shirt from 1991, their last farewell tour, Black Sabbath? I think it was 1991. I'm pretty sure it was 1991. Anyway. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wait. I got one more place. I gotta share it. Hey, there. Let's see if anybody shows up. Okay. So, we're going on to chapter 14 of the first book of Jesus Who. It's called Matthew. And it says, at that time, Herod, the I'm guessing that would be the mayor. I don't know. But he heard the news about Jesus and said to his servants, "No, this is John. He's coming back to haunt me. I know this guy. I know this guy. It's John Le Baptiste. Ah, I know that guy." Okay. Then it says, for when Herod had John arrested, he bound him and put him in prison because of this bitch, who happened to be the wife of his brother Philip, that he just happened to be banging. And John was like, "You probably shouldn't bang your brother's wife. It's probably not the best idea. Because your brother's the king and whatnot. But besides that, God, yeah." So then Herod had John arrested. Yeah. No. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Herod had John arrested. And then because John told Herod not to be banging his sister or his brother's wife. And then Herod had John arrested. So when John was arrested, he was bound and he was put in prison because of Herodias, which is Philip's wife. Is that the bitch? Okay. And although he wanted to put him to death, he feared the multitude because John was a prophet. But when Herod's birthday came, the daughter of Herodias danced before them, and it pleased Herod. Thereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatever she wanted. So then she's like, "Hey, Firefly, are you doing better? You're doing better. Yeah, I know it. I can feel it. You're doing better." I mean, besides the whole being split open thing, but tomorrow you'll be sewed back together and it'll be even better. And then you'll be way better and on drugs. Man, I want to be way better and on drugs. You got it going for you, girl. Or maybe I want to be better because of drugs. Something is happening. Good. Good. Did they give you drugs? I'd be like, I'm in so much pain. I need all the morphine. Don't listen to me. I got problems. I got problems. And I know that this problem is highly serious. And I'm not making light of it. Although I don't really know what to say. It's uncomfortable, so laugh with me. Right? Yeah. They gave you a nerve. Oh, yeah. Don't snort it. It's bad for you. So, let me tell you. So, Little Chick did a dance for, King Face. And he's like, oh, I love that, Minor. Dance for me some more. And as a matter of fact, while you're dancing for me, I'll give you whatever you want. And then she's like, yeah, I know. Let me go talk to my mom. So then she goes and talks to her mom. Yes, yes. Hey, what's up, drunken wizard? What are you? Oh, yeah. What are you guys drinking and smoking on? Well, Firefly, you can't be smoking on anything, but I know what you're taking, and that's just as good as smoking a joint. Yeah. Actually, let me take that back because I'm not supposed to find shit like that fun anymore. But you're right in time, drunken wizard, because little chick did a dance for Kingface, and Kingface is like, my boner will give you everything. And then she's like, hold the sperm bank. Let me talk to my mom. So then Herodias tells her daughter, you want John Lee Baptiste. You want John Lee Baptiste. You want his head on a platter. So then she takes her belly dancing ass back out there and she says, I want John's head on a platter. And I wonder, in Family Guy, when they did the Star Wars episode and Peter was Han Solo, and when they cryo froze him, he like was mooning him, you know? So they cryo freeze him with his butt out. Anyway, I wonder if when they were beheading him, if he stuck his tongue out and it was like, "Ugh," like, "Ugh." I wonder because that would be hilarious if they took it out there and then opened it up like, "Ugh." I wonder if she screamed. Ew. That sounds good. Never watched Family Guy. That's blasphemy. That is one of the funniest fucking cartoons ever. Yeah. Except for, everything sucks nowadays. But old Family Guy was amazing. It is better than Beavis and Butthead. Almost on par with Simpsons. Yep. Anyway, I wonder if his face was like that. Like, "Ugh." That would be so amazing. I wonder if she screamed. Um. Anyway, the king was grieved, but he commanded it to be done. Mostly because there was people, so he was saving face. Because it says he did it um, because of his oaths and because of his dinner guests. So he was saving face. So he sent and had John beheaded in the prison. And his head was just in my mind, it just looks like that. And it always has, like, I wonder. But anyway, His head was brought to them on a platter. Hold on. So, and they gave it to the girl, and she brought it to her mom. Like, ew, okay. So, John's disciples came and took away the body and buried it. And they went and reported it to Jesus. Now, when Jesus heard it, he withdrew from there. So, Jesus is on a boat. Jesus on a boat. He's on a boat. Okay. So, Jesus got on a boat and went to a lonely place. Such a lonely day, and it's mine. Okay. So he went to a lonely place by himself. And when the multitudes heard of this, they followed his shiny piles of shit. And when he went ashore, he saw a great multitude, and he felt compassion for them, and he healed their sick. Wait, a famous painting of what? Oh, the beheading. Yeah, but were any of them as cool as that? Like you open the platter and it's like, I just think that would be the best. Somebody needs to make a painting of that. Jean Louis Baptiste, what he actually looked like. Because he knew they were killing him because of that bimbo. So I hope he did stick out his tongue. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Anyway, I'm supposed to be reading this. Okay, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, the disciples came to him, saying, "This place is desolate, and the time is already past. Send away the multitude so they can go get something to eat." And Jesus was like, "You feed them." They were like, "Well, we ain't got no food." And then Jesus was like, "Okay, bring me what you have." And it was 5 loaves of bread and 2 loaves of fish. And Jesus was like, "Everybody sit down." So everybody went and sat down. Okay, so he told everybody to sit down. And then he looked up towards heaven and was like, "Dad, I'm having a sleepover and we're hungry. Can we have some fish sandwiches?" I know, don't leave the deep fryer on. I know. But can we have fish sandwich? And God was like,
You can have fish sandwich.
I love life right now. Man, I'm so sick. It's great. Yeah. You know what? You could paint it, Drunken Wizard, and then we can put it on t-shirt. We'll call it John's Last Stand. Oh, that's the best. I love life. Man, I'm so sick. It's great. Anyway, okay. So they got a fish sandwich. And they all ate and were satisfied. And they picked up what was left over of the broken pieces. There was 12 baskets. And there were about 5,000 men who ate, aside from the women and children. And immediately he made the disciples get in the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And after that, he went up to the mountain all by himself to pray. And when it was evening, he was there alone and thinking to himself, man, I'm bored as shit. Man, and I made everybody leave. There's no one here to even talk to. Man, I should go do something. What am I going to do? I don't know. I'm going to drink this Michigan medicine right now. And I'm going to go do something. Okay. Wait, where am I? Okay. So he was by himself and he's like, what am I going to do? And he's like, I know what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's check it out. Okay. But the boat was already many stadia away from the land, battered by the waves, for the wind was contrary. Oh, here we go. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him, they were frightened, saying, he's a ghost. Oh, this is all bad. Oh, this is all bad. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. It's gonna be all bad, man. And Jesus was like, shut up, you fucking idiots. There's no such thing as a ghost. And do you really think you're special enough that a ghost would walk across the sea to scare you? I don't know what universe you live in, but that's not a thing that happens. It's me, you idiots. Okay. And then stupid Peter. I got a real problem with this motherfucker. He is a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker. He's a bad guy. Okay. So Peter was like, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. Bitch made all day. Bitch made all day. Jesus should have said no, because you're going to make me look like an asshole. But Jesus did not say that. He said, come on. And then Peter was dun, 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 and then the wind blew. And then Peter got scared and started sinking. And then he's like, oh, Lord, help me. And Jesus is like, come on, you idiot. Yeah, come on, idiot. And when they got back into the boat, the wind stopped. And those who were on the boat worshiped him, saying, you are the Son of God. Yes, definitely. And when they had crossed over, they came to a land at Gerber Baby Food. GENNESARET. Gerber Baby Food. And when the men of that place recognized him, because everybody's heard about Jesus tour. Totally way. So, hi everyone, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Okay. So he went. Okay. And when the men of that place recognized him because his tour, they sent into all that surrounding district and brought to him all who were sick. And they began to entreat him that they might just touch the fringe of his cloak. And as many who has touched it were clean. Yeah, they was healed and whatnot. Okay, so that's the end of that chapter. So we're about to go on to chapter 15. So, what's everybody drinking and smoking on? Muddy, did you make it home? I wonder if Muddy made it home. Probably not, though. I don't know how long country roads are, but I imagine it's a long ways. Because I imagine Muddy living in the middle of nowhere, like 80 miles away from everything. Why won't this work? That's a stupid thing. The cigarette machine is broken, I think. I'm taking a smoke break. But my cigarette machine won't work. Oh, there it goes. So, what did you what do you think about this whole Peter not being able to walk on water thing? Which cat is that? Nobody, nothing. No, no. I was talking to my chat to interact with me. They interact when I'm not paying attention. Oh, Captain. Oh. You heard me? I love that my chat ignores me. You know what Dustin bought me today? Sausage biscuit, sausage gravy pot pie. It's the best shit I've ever had in my life. Because I got to start eating breakfast. Do I take the Bible stories literally? I'm just reading what it says. I try not to get into the meanings or whatever. Sometimes I'm like, what does it mean? Because I don't know what it means. But stuff like that, I'm just reading it. You know, just reading it for the entertainment value. But I would love to know what you guys think. You know, I like the entertainment of it because I hate Peter. So any chance I can talk shit about Peter, I will gladly do it. I hate that guy. And I'm pretty sure he's in hell. And I'm almost definitely sure he's not a saint. Did Firefly leave? Oh, she's probably way knocked out. She's probably way blasted. It's all right. Be blasted for me, too. I'll smoke a joint for you. You take a Norco for me. We had a good time. But what do you think, Productions? I hate calling you that. Drunken Wizard, what do you think? Man, I'm telling you, the Bible is my favorite book, except for the New Testament. If I can avoid reading that for the rest of my life, I will. I don't want to read that devil shit. But hopefully, this is the last time I have to read the story of Jesus ever. I want to go back to the Old Testament as soon as I can because we are at the best part. No, I want to go back to the Old Testament as soon as we can because we are at the best part where God parties for the first time. So after we get done with this terrible ass Jesus story, we get some levity watching God get drunk. First time he ever gets drunk is with David, and it's a great time. We fit in to get in. But we are going oh God. Oh yeah, here we go. Get comfortable. It's about to be some shit. And we're about to see Jesus smack a motherfucker up. He'll be like that Prodigy song. Smash my bitch up. Something, something, I'll get ya. Psychosomatic etiquette. Yeah, something just like that. And Jesus is going to do that to these Pharisees all over their face. He's going to be like, money shot in the bank. Man, why do I get so excited about stupid shit? No one knows. I'm sick. Leave me alone. Things are happening, man. Okay. Then some Pharisee, these the head of these terrible ass God people came to Jesus from Jerusalem, saying, why do your disciples look, 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 get them? Jesus is about to get them. Get them. Okay. Why do your disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. Well, really, I hope they do, because did you know the hand that we used to wipe our booties with back in the day before toilet paper is the same hand we wear wedding rings on? Shit all over your marriage. That's what the fuck that means. But anyway, I shit on you. Look, things are happening. No one knows. Look. Anyway, I really hope they did wash their hands. Like, did they wipe it off in the like, roll it in the sand? I don't know. Things are happening. But let's hope they wash their hands. But anyway. And then he said, and why do you yourselves transgress the commandment of God for the sake of your tradition? For God said, honor your mother and your father, and he who speaks evil of father or mother, let him be put to death. But you motherfuckers, you say, whoever shall say to his father or mother, anything of mine you might have been helped by, anything of mine you might have been helped by, has been given to God. Bullshit. He is not to honor his father or his mother, and thus you invalidated the word of God for the sake of your tradition, which is why we read every single one of those fucking rules and we pointed out this is not a God rule. Jesus is saying it right here. These are not God rules. God's rules are literally the 10 Commandments. Nothing else. Jesus is saying none of these rules are God rules. Literally, there's 10 God rules. Literally 10. Okay. You hypocrites. Rightly did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines. They're teaching as doctrines the precepts of men. That's exactly what I said. We haven't even read Isaiah yet. And after he called the multitude to him, he was like, come on, I got something to tell you. We're going to mic drop. Okay. Get ready. It's mic drop. Okay. Now what enters into the mouth defiles the man, but what proceeds out of the mouth defiles the man. Then his disciples came and said, do you know that those motherfuckers were offended by you? And he said, so? Let them alone. They are blind guides of the blind. And if a blind man guides a blind man, both will fall into a pit. What can I do about that? I can't do nothing about that. Bum, bum, bum. And then Peter said, explain the parable to us. Yes, Peter, of all the complicated parables he's given you motherfuckers, and you understand them, but you don't understand that one. Like, all the other ones were so much more hard than that. But he's like, oh yeah, we understand that. We know what that means. But what does uprooting the plant mean? I can't stand Peter. I hate that guy. Okay. I don't hate him. I utterly dislike him a whole lot. And if there was somebody I could tell them to their face they're stupid, it'd be that guy. Yeah. And I would also tell him he's not a saint and he's probably in hell. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that. Okay. And then Peter's like, what does that mean? And then Jesus was like, really? You don't understand that. Okay. Do you not understand that everything that goes into the mouth passes into the stomach and is eliminated? But the things that proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and those defile man. Because evil comes from the heart. If you think of it as your heart, you're evil. Okay. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witnesses, and slanders. These are the things which defile the man. But to eat with unwashed hands does not defile the man, although that is seriously gross. Did they have toilet paper back then? Did they have toilet paper? Somebody should answer that because I would really like to know. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. And Jesus went away from there and withdrew into the district of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a Canaanite woman came out from that region and began to cry, saying, have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is cruelly demon possessed. It's fucking terrible, man. But he did not answer her a word. And his disciples, ooh, yeah, Jesus raises this shit right now. Look, this woman is not a Jew. And she wants his help. And remember, Jesus, like, we can't help the Gentiles and whatnot. So then she comes to Jesus and she's like, my daughter. And he's like, I didn't come for you. What does he call her? Hold on. He said, it is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs. And she was like, so he's calling her a dog. He's like, you're a dog. And she's like, but even dogs get the scraps from their master. And then Jesus was like, oh, woman, your faith is great. Whatever you need. I love you. Yes, whatever you need, you got it. And she did a little happy dance, and then Jesus did a little happy dance, and everybody was having a good time. Okay? And then she forgave Jesus for calling her a dog. Okay. And departing from there, Jesus went along by the Sea of Galilee, and having gone up to the mountain, he was sitting there. And the great multitudes following his shiny piles of shit came to him, bringing with them those who were lame, crippled, blind, uneducated, and many others. And they laid them down at his feet, and he healed them. So that the multitude was marveled as they saw the uneducated talking about the stock market, the cripple restored, the lame walking, the blind seeing, and they glorified God. And Jesus called his disciples and said, I feel compassion for the multitude because they have been following my shiny piles of shit for 3 days and they haven't had anything to eat. And I don't want to send them hungry. And the disciples said, what? How? And he's like, how much bread do you have? They're like, 7 and a few small fish. And then he told everybody to sit down. And then he said, Dad, Dad, can we have fish sandwich? I know, don't leave the deep fryer on, but we could just have fish sandwich, right? And God's like,
Okay. Don't leave the deep fryer on this time. I'll be so mad. Yeah. Have fish sandwich. Okay. Okay. What
what's
is
happening? Okay. Okay. And we want a fish sandwich. And they all ate and were satisfied. And they picked up what was left over of the broken pieces. There were 7 baskets full was left over. And those who ate were 4,000, besides the men, the women and children. And sending away the multitudes, he got into the boat and came to the region of Magadan. Look, that sounds like a death metal band. Megadon. Isn't there a band? No, it's Mastodon. Megadon. That's gonna be the name of my new death metal band. Megadan. Mega's in the Bible. I'm sorry. It. I don't even know. Anyway, we're here for a smoke break. That's the end of that chapter. Jesus came to the region of Megadan. So, hi everyone. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. God mode engaged. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's bullshit. Peter was crucified upside down so he could feel better about himself. That's one of those saving face of things. No. He don't get credit for that. He deserved to be crucified upside down. He denied Jesus to his fucking face. No, fuck that guy. There is no way he's in heaven and there's no fucking way he's a saint. Because Jesus already said, you deny me, I'm going to deny you. Even if you love Jesus, the second you deny him, he's going to deny you. And I think that even goes for Peter. Jesus isn't going to change his rules in the middle of the game. Probably why I'm so hyped up. I'm getting in my bag. I'm getting out of pocket. I'm in my bag, man. But, hold on. This next chapter, yeah. Then, after this chapter, yeah. After chapter 16, I'm going to go ahead and be done. We might go a little long tonight. Is everybody okay with that? Muddy, did you make it home? I would read the book of Enoch. I think I have read that book. I tried to read the Apocrypha once, but that book is not interesting at all. Is she? All right. Let's okay. So here we go. This is gonna be another mic drop moment. Because Jesus is just full of mic drops. Hold on. Okay. So, chapter 16. And the Pharisees and the Sadducees came up, testing him, and said, show us a sign from heaven. And he was like, when it's evening, you say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. This right here, they're not supposed to recognize the signs of the times. That's actually like a rule. They're not supposed to pay attention to the signs of the times. And then Jesus gives them all the examples of all the things they pay attention to and how they can predict the weather and shit based on what the sky looks like. But they don't recognize him being there. You know what I mean? All right, Miss Muddy. So Jesus is telling them, you know how to discern the appearance of the sky, but cannot discern the signs of the times. But they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to discern the times. That is a rule they follow. One of the very few rules they follow, mostly because they can be lazy and they don't have to pay attention. Okay. And then he says, an evil and adulterous generation seeks after a sign. And nope, you're not getting a sign except the sign of Jonah. An evil and adulterous generation seeks after a sign. Hold on. And a sign will not be given except the sign of Jonah, which he was in the whale's belly for 3 days. And Jesus is going to be in the ground for 3 days. That is the thing. But then he mic dropped and left. And his disciples came to the other side and had forgotten to take bread. Okay. So, Jesus and them, before they come to the other side, Jesus said, Watch out and beware of the leaven of the Pharisee. Hold on. Watch out and beware of the leaven of these terrible ass God people. And they began to discuss among themselves, saying, it's because we forgot the bread. Psst, we forgot the bread. Peter forgot the bread. Blame it on Peter. And then Jesus is like, what are you guys saying? I'm not talking about bread. You've been with me this entire fucking time. Never once have I said anything about food. Why the hell would I be telling you about food? I'm talking about the words, man. The words, it's shit that pumps you up, you know? Leaven, words, pumping up, getting fluffy, you know? Man, pay attention. And then they understood that he was not talking about food, but about these terrible ass God people. Now, when Jesus came to the dish, there's a cat at my door. Hold on. Okay. So then Jesus came to Caesarea Philippi, and he began asking his disciples, saying, who do the people say I am? And they're like, some kind of prophet, uh, Elijah, they say you're some kind of somebody. And he's like, who do you say I am? And then Peter, fucking Peter. Hold on. Okay. And then Peter answered, you are the Christ. And Jesus said, you're smart, dude. Because flesh and blood did not reveal this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. Peter called him Christ and then denied him to his face. That makes it worse. Okay. And I also say to you that you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. And the gates of Hades shall not overpower it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he warned the disciples, do not ever fucking say that again. From that time, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from these terrible ass God people and be killed and raised up on the third day, which is 420, by the way. And Peter took him aside and was like, stop saying that. And then Jesus is like, I do what I want. fuck off. But then Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone wishes to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life shall lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake shall find it. For what will man be profited if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man is going to come into the glory of his Father with his angels, then and will then recompense every man according to his deeds. Because listen, I'm telling you, there are some of those who are standing here who shall not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Yeah. Uh, what kind of wings are you making? Hi, everyone. Welcome. Press like and subscribe. We are done with the reading for today. Now it's Q&A time. So, who's got a question? Because I got an answer. What's crazy? Supposedly, there's at least 12. And it's not the disciples. There's 9 ancient kings and 2 other biblical people. One of the books of Mormon, the Book of Mormon, talks about 1 or 2 of them. I love you too. Who's got a Q and A? Who's got a Q? I got an A. The same way those fuckers in Twilight did. They just pick names and move all over the place. Yeah, they are. These raccoons are crazy. I had to shut my door so they don't do what they did last time because they love my kitchen. They love messing up my kitchen more than it's already messed up. Yeah, make a story about me. Make it as awkward as you want. Just make sure my superpower is smelly feet. because I think that'd be the greatest superpower ever. Like, smell my foot, and then kick him in the nose. Yeah. I think that would be the coolest shit ever. You know, the book I wrote, every character in my book is somebody I know from prison. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just reading them, and that order, whatever order is in the book, because I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can because I hate the ending of all these books, and you got to read it fucking 4 times. One guy. You have to read about one guy dying 4 times. And each time it's worse and worse and worse. It's like, it's worse every time you read it. And I'm telling you, I promise, I will more than likely break down in tears. The last time I did, I didn't like it at all. Well, what do you want to write about? You got to come up with a topic. My book's about human dragons fighting vampire werewolves. It's the most amazing fucking book. And then a vampire werewolf is in love with a human dragon, and they're gonna make some kind of weird ass looking baby, and everybody's gonna freak out. But I don't even know why I told you guys about my book. I've got it written ish. I gotta fill in details. But I did this instead. The topic is existence. The human experience. Well, we come down here as neutral ions, and depending on what we're surrounded by, depends on if we become negative or positive by the influences in our lives. And depending on what we choose to do once we're able to choose, then we can get flipped to positive. I wrote a scary story once about the scientist that got turned into a lab monkey. You know, some cosmic retribution. He was an evil scientist. And then a monkey killed him and they switched souls. It was great. I tried to do that. As a matter of fact, let me show you. My dad works at a college, right? My dad works at a college in Florida. And I said, Dad, I want this file thing and a whole lot of paper because I'm gonna write the ghetto Bible, right? I'm gonna write the ghetto Bible, Dad. When I was trying to write the ghetto Bible. But I decided to live stream instead of writing or drawing or any of that. I figure it'd be better to get it on a live stream. No. And actually, it's not sacrilegious, Ricky, because uh, people rewrite the Bible in their ways all the time. There is so many different versions of the Bible. There's just not a ghetto Bible. I like candlelight. I'm waiting for you guys to Q&A. Hi everyone, welcome. Press like and subscribe and chat in the chat. We're having a Q&A. It doesn't look like it, but it's supposed to be Q&A. So if you have any questions, I have tons of answers. So feel free to Q&A me. I'm stoned, babysitting drunk people. Oh. Oh yeah, where is Neil? I'm definitely not the drunk one. I'm here drinking Michigan medicine to keep my stomach from gurgling. Yeah. CNA needs a Q&A. No, but for real though. Does anybody need my sage powers? Did I say CNA instead of Q&A? Because I definitely meant Q&A. Yeah. Don't be sorry. You weren't born sorry. Haha. Yeah. Well, I try to be. But apparently, hey, Firefly, do you got some Q&A for your super sage? Man, and this robe, my arms look teeny. This is Dustin's robe. Yeah. Firefly might be high as shit. Oh, yeah. Look, when yeah. Oh, if anybody accuses you of white privilege, be like, I am not on the Epstein list. Because the Epstein list is 100% evidence of white privilege. Only white men with money have white privilege. And every person on that fucking list, minus Obama, is white. And he's even half white. And it's literal. Everyone on that list is white privilege. Hey, Neil. Hey, Debs is here too. Hey, Debs. Yeah. Wait, is Debs really here? I can't see. I don't fucking know. Oh, yeah, there she is. I can't even talk about Diddy because I'm a poor white chick, and that's baller shit. The Diddy list is baller shit. I can't even fuck with it. But the Epstein list I can talk about because it is 100% white privilege. I don't have white privilege. If my name's on a list, you're sure as a fuck gonna see it. I'll fucking tell you about it. I think I was on a list once. I am a Q follower, so I am probably on a list. And also, I'm a Trump supporter, so I'm definitely on a list. Hopefully, it's a good list. Yeah. And the people that hang out with them are also depraved, probably more depraved. Yeah. I'm guessing we're all on some kind of list because people need lists. They need lists of lists. So we're probably all on a list. Hopefully, I'm on a cool list. Like the list of people with delusions of grandeur. Because I definitely have a grandiosity personality. I'm grandiose. Yes, everyone, press like and subscribe. Thank you for coming. Feel free to chat in the chat. Hey, Neil. Man, why is it so hot? It's getting hot in here. So leave on all your clothes. I am so hot. I'm going to leave my clothes on. Yeah. Except for I'm going to take this robe off, though. Oh, that's better. I'm Mr. Nobody. Or maybe I'm like the somebody from the Marilyn Manson song. Aw. So I bet you're cold as fuck, though. What's happening in Antarctica? What's upwelling? Are we going to finally see what's buried beneath the ice? Oh, yeah, no. Firefly? Oh, yeah, no, she's probably in a whole new universe. Oh, yeah, she had surgery this morning and she's having surgery tomorrow morning. Does that mean you're leaving? See, every time you say that, we never hear from you again. Pants are prison. And the words of Legal Vices, who has passed away, but pants are prison. All right. I'm going to smoke one more cigarette with you guys. And then I'm going to go try to do some of my dishes and then go to bed. Wait, what? Why do you have to have surgery? Okay, I guess I'm not going for a while. Man, you had everybody freaking out, Muddy. And is that counted as surgery, though? Or are you getting the implanted kind? Oh, yeah, if you're getting the, I've got the upper denture things right here. I gotta get the bottom one. Mm. You know what I just realized? You know, like the old people, all of them have dentures, but they hang out in the club and they're always together smoking cigarettes and talking and shit. That's us. A lot of us have dentures. We smoke. We're just sitting around talking about shit and reading the Bible. You guys are my club. I asked Dustin if we could join like a VFW. But he said, we don't drink, they don't smoke weed, and you can't smoke weed. And they like to gamble, and we don't gamble. So we can't hang out there. It's like, damn. So you guys are my clubhouse. I just left. Aw. Sometimes it's not because they rotted out. Sometimes it's because people knocked them out. We don't know. Maybe Miss Muddy got in a fist fight and somebody knocked her grill out. I'm just going with that. Yeah. We pretty much troll our own chat. Like, yeah. So we're all in a clubhouse. Do you hear this thing down here? I'm trying to get it to. Okay. Well, you can be the crazy aunt over there in the corner. You can have the red chair. That'll stand for cranky old aunt. Say a prayer for you. Say a prayer for me. You know what, Miss Muddy? I would believe that. But if there's no pictures, it didn't happen. Say a little prayer for you. What do you want me to pray for? A fish sandwich. Jesus prayed for a fish sandwich. Let's see. Hold on, we gotta pray for a second. I need to think of what I'm supposed to pray for. Oh, I know. Hey, guy, big guy. Hey, listen. We need a favor. We need you to make sure Firefly's okay tomorrow. And CNA and his ladies are okay. And Miss Muddy, falling off that rock like she did. Should probably fix the ground because I'm sure she hurt the ground more than herself. No, I'm just kidding. But let's pray Miss Muddy is okay. And who else? Neil? Who else? Ricky? Is there anybody else? There's nobody else. I pray that Ricky can fix his roof better. And Miss Muddy can fix her barn or the thing that she needed to fix out there. And I don't really know what else to pray for. So can I just end right there. Amen. We'll do that, right? Debs. Yeah. Big guy. Big guy, you still listening? Can you help Miss Deb's breathing? Because I think the last I heard, she had troubles breathing. So can you fix her breathing? You know, like a lot of it. Fix her breathing. Debs, it's your breathing, right? Hopefully. No, God seems. It was your breathing, right? It was your breathing. But apparently that breathing thing is that's right. Yeah, he is the greatest physician. Can anybody I just learned how to do this like a month ago. Can anybody else do that? Because it took me my entire life to learn how to French inhale through your nose or whatever. Yeah. Can anybody else do that? That's good. What about you, Neil? Can you do that? I had to look in the mirror and like put my lip out and then suck it in through my lip. Dude, I turned on my camera and everything. Did it in the camera, did it in the mirror. You gotta like stick out your lip and suck through your nose. It makes your face look really awkward. I haven't. I blew a smoke ring one time and have never been able to do it since. Dude, I thought I was big shit a couple weeks ago when I learned how to do that. I thought I was like the coolest fucking cat in the world, man. Dude, did you just make that up? That is beautiful. It's the coolest shit ever, right? It's like the coolest shit. And I used to see people do it and be like, man, I want to do that. Took me 3 days, but I learned how to do it. Amen, drunken wizard. Amen. But I do have to go, guys, here shortly. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling. Is it that song? Oh, wait, no, that's got to be a Christian song. It's the coolest thing ever. Don't even feel bad. Don't even feel bad, Ricky, because, dude, I feel like I'm the coolest motherfucker ever. I feel like a 12-year-old that just learned how to smoke a cigarette. Dude, it is real life. Don't even feel bad for it. That, you know what? This isn't all that bad. But I need to learn to stay on track when I'm reading the book. It's time to give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass and have these sweetest dreams ever. I love you guys. Okay. It is the fucking shit. I know, Miss Muddy. That's the most people I've ever had watch my stream at one time since the last time Teddy was in here, like when we first started. All right. Good night, guys. I love you.